All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching our CES coverage, and we are looking at what is essentially the first day for us, even though the convention itself actually has not started. Now, the reason why is because a lot of the stuff for press, like ourselves, actually happens before the show starts. That way we get early access, we get to see previews of all of the products that all of you, if you happen to come to the show, are able to see. And this is one of the newer events. It's called CES Unveiled, and it is actually quite a nice venue, quite a nice little show for all of the vendors to really just line up all of the hallways and just show everybody, what they got for this show. Behind us is a display of awards that certain vendors have gotten, and that's just a nice backdrop for us to think about our first maybe day or two for this CES experience. So I'm going to hand it over to Darcy, and he'll give us sort of a little bit of his thoughts about what the first couple days were like being here in Las Vegas for CES 2014, which actually hasn't even started yet. So here we are.
Well, to be honest, there really isn't that much very specific Android technology here. A lot of Bluetooth speakers, a lot of wearable technology that's sort of odd, toothbrush with Bluetooth, body tracking technologies. Yeah. We have other things designed for healthcare.
Healthcare, fitness.
Fitness, there's a large focus towards that. But really, there's nothing truly innovative. We did see an awesome phone from Meizu.
Yes,
the MX3, sub $400 price point, better specs than the Motorola X.
Doing it right.
Yeah.
Definitely doing it right.
Doing it right. And arguably as thin a bezel as the G2 for all you thin bezel addicts out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One type of sort of idea that I had for the CES was, it kind of looks like this CES isn't necessarily where all of the really big first announcements are going to come. But that's perfectly fine, because what we're going to see is like Meizu, we haven't figured that out yet, is like Meizu, where they're creating a phone that, yes, it doesn't necessarily innovate, but they're doing it correctly, and that is valuable in and of itself.
Exactly.
And that's a lot of what we're going to see at CES. But, we're also giving you a glimpse into the things that we do outside of just the show itself.
I mean, we're a lot more organized this year. This is our third time at the rodeo.
Yes.
We travel the world for you guys, no matter where it is, Hong Kong or Mobile World Congress in Barcelona or IFA in Berlin,
Absolutely.
Las Vegas. We travel all around. And for Android and for mobile technology in general, for those that study the industry, you'll know that the biggest releases happen in Barcelona and in Germany. There's such a European focus. Even though most devices, all manufacturers, they consider the United States to be the biggest market, it just so happens that the biggest releases are all international.
Yes.
But increasingly, we're seeing a lot of pressure from the bottom end, or the top end, from China essentially.
Yeah.
Sub $400, sub $300 smartphones that are really great, but they have a hard time getting approved by the FCC and getting into the States. But for those that want to buy on lock, they can get a really great deal.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we have Huawei. We're going to see some cool stuff from them. We have Sony.
Yep.
We've already done Lenovo. We're going to be uploading those videos tonight. We also have Asus, and we have Samsung. So tomorrow's is the biggest day. We're going to be working 24 hours straight for you guys to get all the best videos on all the latest phones, all the latest tech, and we're going to focus a lot more on wearable technology and other stuff that has to do with the integration of life, the living room, and mobile.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really that's really what CES is about. While you have something like Mobile World Congress, where it is all about mobile tech, Android has a huge presence there, obviously. CES is definitely a show showing you what consumers can get out of technology that enhances your life. Yeah. So it might not be the biggest show for people like us, but at the same time, it's still a great place to see where technology is headed and where it is now. So stay tuned at Android Authority. We have a lot of great content coming for you. Again, we're here at CES 2014, standing at CES Unveiled. This is just the start. We have a lot more for you, so stay tuned.